Yo, what is up? It's your boy, call me Mitzi, or call me Misty. I'm gonna be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh recap for Labyrinth. I just got Diamond after grinding for like the whole month trying to get it, and it only took 1 day of work. So I'm gonna be showing off those games that I won, and yeah, we're gonna have a good amount of replays. I think I won about 10, I think maybe 11 in a row. So we're gonna show off those games. I'm gonna show off the deck. You guys can look at it. You know, if you want to use it, you can. It's a pretty good deck. So this will be up on YouTube, and then I'll post it with the Master Duel weekly thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So we're gonna start with the deck list. To Ariana. By the way, credit for this deck list. Geo M47. I don't know how you say his name, but he's Matt. His name's Matt. I'll link his channel in the YouTube videos so you guys can look at his channel. But he made his deck list, and it's really a good deck list. So I'm happy with the ratios and everything. But if you guys want to change it, I'm sure there's stuff that could be adjusted because you can get some bricks. But honestly, I ran into like I said, 11 or 10 or 11 games. I think it's 11. Where I didn't get that many bricks. I mean, every card almost was useful. So yeah, you guys are gonna see really good games. Like there's, you know, top deck city going second, everything's in there. So this is a pretty good deck. So but anyways, back to what I was saying. Ariana, 2 of, because he was saying that 3 of was a brick. I wasn't really having that problem, but it is nice to have more space for the normal traps, because as long as you have, like, you know, your 3 of Welcome Labyrinth, or, you know, maybe a field spell in one of these two, it's all good, and you just need a normal trap. So the more the normal traps, the better for me. Lovely. Oh, I'm not gonna go over the effects. If you want to see like a full deck list, how about this? You guys can go look at his video. Like I said, I'll post it in the YouTube channel, so just go look at the YouTube video and look in the link. All right, so yeah, this is the deck. There's no spice other than what he said. I use it pretty much. I try to use it similar to how he used it, but it's just more replays for you guys if you want to look at them. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, Lovely, Lord of the Heavenly Prison at 3, Lovely at 2, Pot of Duality at 2, Pot of Extravagance 2, Labyrinth 2, Torrential 3, Compulsory 3, or sorry, 2 rather, that was 3, Eradicator 2, Trap Trick 2, Dogmatica 2, Welcome Labyrinth 2, Tears of the Roverroot, which is a new card at 2, and then 3 Solemn Strikes, which is really important. 2 Rivalry, Skill Drained Goat card, 2 of 2 Imperial Iron Wall. We're running 3, but it was really kind of bricky, so it's nice having it in the deck, but you don't need it all the time. And then 2 Gozen Match, and so these floodgates are kind of, you know, the brick, but it's honestly not that bad because you have a lot of normal traps, and almost all of them are, you know, activatable, which is what Terrors of the Overroot is really good now, because you can use it on spells, and you can just use it to activate some of your stuff, such as Labrynth to summon a Lovely from your hand or graveyard. So it's really good. I'll just show you guys how the deck works, but if you want a full-on intro to the deck list, you guys should just look at his video. He makes a really good one, like 50 minutes long or something like that, so he goes in depth. But yeah, I'm gonna just look through these replays. I don't remember them like specifically, so bear with me. But I'll try to show you guys just how I got out of this rank. All right, with this deck. So this is a Zombie World deck, super poly. I mean, this is nothing crazy. This is just Eldritch Zombie World deck, so go into it. Like I said, these are just 10 straight, so some of them are also going to be like really short, you know. I just draw the out to their deck, and then they don't even play. They just kind of give up. So we'll see. Some of these I might be able to remember depending on which decks it is. All right, so Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Duality. You don't want to have this in your hand, but it is great to draw this Lord off of Pot. And Compulse is another nice normal trap to activate with Welcome Labyrinth. And then I grab Imperial Iron Wall because out of these 3 cards, I already used Extravagance, and Gozen I already had Rivalry, so I just set down Imperial Iron Wall. This card said if he banishes a normal monster, he can negate an effect, and then he can also banish one to search from the grave, and he couldn't do that, so I guess he just dipped. Like I said, some of these games are really short, so it's just showing off how you win it. A runic deck. So yeah, 43 card runic deck. 1 chicken game, one a day of peace. This guy's deck looks a lot like my old deck. If you guys wanna look at my old deck, this is very similar. The only difference is that chicken game, I can even show you, but chicken game I have 3 of, and then I don't have any floodgates besides for skill drain, so I don't have a mono, but I do have cyber sign, so that's kind of funny. All right, so yeah, I don't remember this game at all. But I can tell you, if it's a runic player, the best way to win is to wait until you draw your out. And I drew it. I mean, this was not that lucky, I guess, because I have a lot of cards to get here. But I have everything that I need. He doesn't know what deck I'm using, so this card is kind of like the trump card, in my opinion. But he didn't know what deck I was, so he got rid of it. He got Fountain. Sets Fountain. And then he gives me a draw, banishing my top 4, and I get Trap Trick. So yeah, this wasn't bad. This was also right when I added Terrors, so I was kind of upset because I haven't been able to use Terrors, and I feel like it's a pretty good card to reset Fountain if you need to. So I pot a Duality. Okay, Matt says this too, and I agree. A lot of runic players just like instantly flip floodgates like it's nothing. You really shouldn't be doing that. Like, you know, floodgates can make it so that like there's only one type of monster on the board, right? So if I had like 4 or 5 monsters on the board and then you flip that and they're all the same type, then I only have 1 monster. So it can be a lot more useful than just flipping it when I pot of Duality, which doesn't even really affect. You don't know what it does, like, because I'm just drawing. Like, you'll find out after, so you don't even need to do this. Anyways, I get my 3. I didn't see any point in getting skill drain here. In hindsight, maybe I should have to cut off the Hugin, but I wanted to start getting my welcome effects because I knew there was going to be no way for him to like play through Eradicator. So he Dispelling, and he got rid of my copy of Lord and my second Terrors, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. He gets to draw 3, and gets rid of my Compulse. On draw phase, none of that mattered, by the way. All these cards weren't going to be used besides for maybe Lord, but on draw phase we're going because we just want to get this card out before he does a destruction, because if he somehow destroys Eradicator before you welcome, then you can't welcome and then use Eradicator because it'll be destroyed. So he tried to use this card to negate and banish the top 3, but instead of like if this card can't negate, like if this monster is off the board, then it fizzles, so he can't banish the card. So I just negated that by tributing my Lord and calling spell cards. So I reached my win con already with those 2 cards. Hugin protected itself for the Fountain. Like I said, yeah, that was the card that Tears of the Overroot was supposed to be used to save, but couldn't really do much about that. And then he draws 3 cards. And they're all gone. And he scoops. I mean, this is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. So yeah, that's a game 2. Game 3 is against Marincess. Marincess, just regular with the Harpies. I don't know if I even ran into that. All right. Oh, what a shit hand. Oh my god. Well, if they don't draw Ash, then this is a decent hand, but this is pretty bad. If they have Effect Veiler in hand, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's okay enough. So we set 2 pass. We have Lord in hand. This is not great, but honestly, when I see hand traps, I like to think that the monster, like the people who have it, have less room for monsters, so they're probably gonna do a lot less if they just keep hand trapping me like this. But then he goes off into a 1-card combo, and I instantly skill drain so that he can't search his field spell, which might have been maybe a little preemptive because that doesn't really do much if he doesn't have a big board. So I should have maybe just left skill drain until I could get Dogmatica, but not a lot I could do about that. Not a lot I can do about that now. So he goes into his Link 2, and their big monster is a Link 4. That's pretty much all I know about this deck. So I was waiting for that, but he never went into it. So I just sent Wind Pegasus. Wind Pegasus. So here you go. This is another side thing. So Wind Pegasus isn't that good, but like in a position like this, I mean, I say why not use it. So I put it in the graveyard because if a card you control is like leaves the field, you can target one card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck. So that's pretty useful. But I mean, it never came up. You'll see why. I mean, it's not that important, I guess. Maybe I could have saved that as well. But I set down my Pot of Extravagance. I was hoping to just get my engine running because I have Lord right now, so I'm honestly thinking it's okay regardless. This is why it didn't matter, because he called by. I couldn't remember why, but he banished it, so it was okay. Lord here is going to be pretty useful to get my engine running. I have one draw here, and then this is another draw too, so it's pretty nice. Hey, I want to offer your channel viewer promotions. Viewer box price is lower than any competitor. Oh no, bro, I'm not. It's not like that for me. I'm just doing this for YouTube. All good, brother. Don't worry. Thank you for the offer, though. I appreciate it. So yeah, they go into their Link summon again. I don't know how they got so many cards. Give me a second. I was a little distracted. My bad. So he just summoned. Yeah, these cards are nice for 1-card combos, which is pretty great. I honestly, I thought that I would have the Solemn Strike. Like again, I only know they're level 4, so I was gonna Solemn Strike their level 4. But this card sends. So this card sends. That's what the problem was. So I wanted to stop another send because in his hand I knew he had one hand trap and one card that he reset. So I was gonna let him summon, and then this would be his last card because he had one card to summon next turn. And then it would be a reset. So I saw him strike that, and then I could torrential if he summoned again. That was the play. And then this was going to set my Lovely so that my engine can start running. So this was his, but the problem was I didn't realize that this monster banished for cost. So I thought he was already, like, look, you can see he didn't have a normal summon, so, yeah, you'll see what I did. It was kind of toxic, I won't lie. I have enough to OTK here, almost. I mean, pretty close, 400 off, or 600 off, no, 400 off, and I still torrential tribute the board. Because it doesn't matter. You'll see why. I mean, in reality, it's because I have a Welcome, and he has one card, and he's under skill drain, and I also have torrential and whatever I'm about to draw. And I draw Cracked. I draw Lord. So in this game, I drew all 3 Lords. Pretty insane. And the thing about Lord is that he'll activate right when you draw him. So if I summon Lovely here, right, then that means that Lord's effect will activate, and I get just another, like, I just left the board torrential tributed with 7,600 on the board, and then came back in the next turn with 5,900. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's another game. And that's a game under skill drain too. You can see why this deck plays pretty well under skill drain. Alright, on to the next one. Numeron deck with the back row hate that I probably didn't even see. I think this deck was kind of clean, if I remember it correctly. I think I made it so that he couldn't get rid of his Numeron wall, and he couldn't summon into another monster or tribute my lady. So it was just going to be me beating into him for the entire game. I'll show you guys how. Okay, so we go here. We're looking for Lord, and we get it. Lord is a really good card because it protects the back row. Like every time I'm worried, I feel like Lord is one of the best cards to just keep me at least sane about the back row protection. And then Imperial Iron Wall makes it so they can't banish, so it's a really nice combo. As soon as I see Planet Pathfinder, if you see this card, there's the only deck that it really adds to is Numeron. So as soon as I knew it was Numeron, I looked at the cards and I was like, well, I have skill drain, so he can't use the effect if I summon Lord. And Imperial Iron Wall is the card that's going to stop him from banishing the cards. So once I goes in, then he can't summon any other attributes, which means he can't go into his Link 4, and he also can't tribute summon with any monsters on his side. So all I would need to do at that point is get my engine out, and my engine would be 100% foolproof because I have a Solemn Strike set. So this is a pretty much GG hand. And also, since he has face-up cards now, he cannot Lightning Storm anymore. So I flip all 3 skill drain, all 3 floodgates pretty much instantly because of what I just told you. All this stuff is going to take effect after the battle step, so I flip all 3 and I activate Lord so that I can get a body on the field. And he would have had OTK. He would have had OTK if I didn't have Lord in hand, which is the reason why Lord is such a good card. Because he drew into the limiter removal, so it would have been 2,000 on each one, and that's 8,000 to end it. But he just scoops there. That's the game. So, yeah. Pretty fast one. Did I skip a game? I don't think I did. Alright, this is against a Dynamorphia deck. I remember this game too. A Dynamorphia deck that he bricked and I did not. And I also went first because going first is literally the most broken thing in this game. It's incredible. It is incredible. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. And I remember this game because I was thinking, I feel for the guy because a Dynamorphia player did this to me actually. So pretty mid-hand, right? I'm okay with setting 4 and passing here. Because there's not really much else to do. But I saw his Rape Chimera, and I have no clue what this deck is. But he sets 4 and passes. He swings, which I'm fine with. And then he goes into main 2, which is meaning that nothing he has, like he goes all the way to the end, which means nothing he has is actually going to do anything. And Trap Trick here is going to do something. So I decided to set Epidemic, okay? Epidemic is going to activate Lord in hand. Lord is a 3,000 dark monster. So he'll hit the field, setting my lovely traps. So that means that I'll have replayability for next turn. And then that's also another nice thing about terrors. So I'm gonna do Eradicator here, right? And call my Lord. Okay. Here, I'll show you guys what I mean. So I do Eradicator. I call my Lord. And let's look. So now on next turn, all of these are gone. Now he has just a called by, alright? So then I use I use Pairs of the Overroot and then Chain Welcome Labyrinth, and that'll destroy the card in his hand, which is Ash. Oh wait, maybe he would Ash that. Honestly, that'd be fine though, because then he would just have to scrape Wyvern, and I still have Torrential. So I don't know. We'd see. We would have seen, but that was him scooping from there. I mean, it did suck because his half of his hand was gone. It was like a 2-card trade for 3, so it was a pretty good trade for me. Next game is a Bigfoot game with a couple of back row hates, but a lot of hate. Just this guy does not want you to play. Got Regeki, Gadala. The Gizmic card, Dark Hole, Electric. He's got it made for him. Is this a red game? Yeah. All right. Play replay. Okay. So not the best hand because I know he has back row hate. Just kind of hoping to draw into Lord. And so I didn't draw into Lord, but I drew into some really good cards. So I'm going to show you guys one more combo that you can do. I wish I knew how to label these, because if I could, I would put it on YouTube, because this is another good combo to know. So I have Epidemic, I have Welcome, I have Labrynth, okay? This one I don't need, but I'm going to be able to summon and then call all cards and then resummon. So I messed up a little bit. I'll show you guys how to do it right. But here, he Gizmix on the end turn, alright? Summons a monster, which is fine. And I'll show you guys now, okay? So first, I Welcome just instantly. Alright, Welcome is going to pop a card due to Labrynth's effect. Once Labrynth pops a card, I should chain one Labrynth, like do the lady, and then chain two Eradicator, and then Eradicator will call spells, and then on chain one, Lovely will destroy another card that isn't a spell in the hand. So that'll just be like confirmed another card. Because the way that I did it, here I'll show you. The way that I did it, I didn't chain it. So this card destroys a card in the hand, and it just so happened to be Dark Hole, which doesn't help me so much because I was about to call spell cards anyways. So that's a very useful interaction to know. You call spells beforehand, and then you activate the effect. You get the effect. So anyways, the next part of this is getting Lovely back by the field spell. And pretty much what you did was you looked at their entire hand. You still have 2 activatable traps. Well, in some cases you'd have 3 if you didn't have a second Welcome Labrynth. You have a monster on the board, and you have like replayability for next turn because you still have skill drain. I mean, this card will come back on the normal trap destructions. So Torrential, for example, and this Welcome Labrynth on next turn will bring back this Welcome Labrynth. So this is really about the grind game from this deck. So this card comes back by banishing top 8. Uses this to summon. I skill drain, and then on chain, no, off chain. No, I don't. No, never mind. If you wanted to torrential this without letting them get the effect, you first have to skill drain and then you torrential. Okay. So wait, am I doing that right? No. First you have to torrential, then you skill drain. So you torrential and skill drain. So chains resolve backwards. So then skill drain activates. The mosquito doesn't get their effect, and then you torrential the board. But I didn't want to torrential because I already used Labrynth this turn. So, yeah. He destroys a card in my hand. There's not a lot I can do about that. He summons, and then he draws. I get to see his draw for the next 3 turns because of Epidemic. He summons into Dingirsu and a number, Pain. And he just keeps going up and up until he gets to a 4,000. He attacks, takes 1100, which is fine. There's nothing I can do about that. But he has Zeus out, which also doesn't do anything because of skill drain. So he has 2 more turns to beat me pretty much until I can no longer read his deck. Labrynth will activate, like I said last turn. So this is what I meant about the replayability. Labrynth will activate, summoning another Lovely. Lovely will destroy a card on his field. That will trigger this. That will trigger this effect, setting a card. Next turn, the compulsory will send a monster from the field. The field spell will activate. I'll have 2 monsters, plus an Ariana that I can search with if I want to torrential again. So pretty good. I think that was this game, right? Yeah. Okay, this game. Yeah, this game was crazy to me. This game was crazy. I played through 2 evenly matched through a red reboot. It was insane. I mean, it wasn't really playing through it because the guy kind of was dookie cheese water, but at the same time, it was a lot of annoying cards. So you guys are going to probably enjoy this game if you're still around. If you're still around, I appreciate it, by the way. These games are long, so. But they're pretty fun. They were a lot of fun to do. I don't think in any of these positions I was ever like mad. I was just so excited to like get a crazy top deck from all of these because it felt like all my top decks were getting really good. Anyways, so I did not say anything I did there. I mean, it didn't really matter. The order is kind of it matters, but it matters more so by what you want. So I didn't even get a card to like draw or anything. That means that it's really not that good actually. I can just activate pretty much what I have. So I activated Labrynth and then I activated Lord. It didn't matter about the order. Okay, this card is a rank up magician. Sends a card. So it pretty much says that you have to keep it revealed until main 1, and I have Eradicator, so you already know the drill. I showed you guys this last game. Oh wait, no I didn't, because he ashed me this game, so I guess I have to play through Ash. No, look, okay. So he ashed me, but that's fine. I mean, honestly, that's fine. Because Lord is still a 3000 Dark Monster. The Lord comes down on the field, resets either Pot of Extravagance or Lovely Labrynth, and then calls spell cards. And there goes his entire hand. I mean, I don't know what these cards do, but maybe they're good. I mean, I didn't even get to see what they did. It's so fun to do Eradicator. But I saw an evenly matched, which fucks me. So I have to play through an evenly matched in 1 monster card. I let him evenly match. Well, I don't let him, but he evenly matched everything. I choose to keep Pot of Extravagance because at least that way it's a 2-card benefit. These all only have 1 card besides for Dogmatica. So I got a cracked pull for getting Compulse. Compulse and Gozen aren't great. Compulse and Gozen aren't great. And by the way, he drew evenly matched in a 60-card deck. He drew cracked, bro. I mean, I don't know what these other cards do, but I feel like he had to have drawn cracked. So, yeah, there's not a lot I could do. He draws into another evenly matched. It was insane. Imagine that. It was kind of crazy seeing a second evenly matched, I won't lie. I remember I didn't know what to do. So I was worried. This is top deck City Central right here. I had nothing I could do besides top deck the best card. So I tried to save all my cards as best as I could and keep them in my hand. And it didn't mean that I was losing because I knew what cards he had at least for the next 2 turns. So as long as I could keep the game under control for the next 2 turns, Called By is gone, then it should be okay, right? So this is pretty much my last chance to top deck something crazy. And I mean, you really do love to see evenly matched being used, and then Imperial Iron Wall, like it heard its name being called. So I have an Imperial Iron Wall now, which is great, and I start setting my cards, which means he's probably scared. He knows that I have something because he knew that I knew what he had, so he was waiting for something to beat what I had. I just need I need a Labrynth card now, or Lord, yes, which is one of the 2 things I needed. I needed a Lord, or a Labrynth card. So we get our Lord, we activate the effect, and then we are going to. What I should have done is, well, not on this turn, but on this following turn right here. Like in this phase, I should have called Imperial Iron Wall, and then activated Lord, and then gotten whatever card I was gonna get. But instead I did Gozen because I think I didn't want to like fork myself over, like if he like had like some sort of 1-card destruction. But honestly, I should have just done it. Like there was no point in not flipping Imperial Iron Wall with the way that his deck is made. But not a lot I could do. I mean, at this point I was just thinking, oh, he's got no monsters, I'm gonna reset Epidemic, right? My play was to reset Epidemic, and then next turn, or even like on draw phase, I would use Epidemic, all spells. It would be all dandy, no problemo. So I said, whatever, no problem. Continue. I go to my battle phase and I set everything. I'm thinking here, he can't have any responses, right? Because he already used Imperm. I mean, he's already had his evenly matched. This is a 60-card deck. What is he drawing, right? He has one more evenly matched, and then he has 2 unknowns. So Imperial and Iron Wall, right? I'm gonna resend. So I reset. My play here was to reset Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Lord of the Heavenly Prison would have activated its effect in hand, and I believe I would have been able to attack a second time. I would have been able to attack a second time with this Lord, which would have been an OTK, which is a really cool OTK option for Labrynth. If you ever have a Lord on the field and a Lovely, you can just compulse your Lord, and then Lord will resummon itself off of that effect, which is really broken. Which I'm hoping, I didn't know, but he red rebooted me, which by the way, is another crazy card to draw into, but it was okay. I mean, not really, because red reboot means that I can't activate traps this turn, so that's why I should have used Imperial or Iron Wall before. But yeah, he evenly matches here, and I have to clear everything, so my whole hand's gone. I mean, he has one monster in hand, I think. We saw that the cards in his hand is like one monster, and then one like whatever he just got. So he got another monster, I guess. But we reset Epidemic here. Destroy that. We're gonna go into main 2, and then we end. So yeah, I mean, at this point it's over. I mean, maybe I could have called spells, but he just ended it himself. So yeah, that was a really long game. Eesh. I thought this was gonna be a shorter video. I'm trying to literally speedrun it, but it looks like it's taking forever. All right, what deck are we going against? This is another 60 card deck, Orchist with some back row hate, but not very much at all. All right, let's see what he did and what happened. And this is, like I said, 10 wins or 11 wins in a row, you know, so these are all like what you're gonna see on your way up to Diamond. And how I won, I don't know. I think it's a lot to do with Lord and having enough normal traps with Ariana and Lovely on the field. But the main win cons are probably Epidemic and Skill Drain or Imperial Iron Wall for some decks. But yeah, so yeah, we're going into Synchron whatever. I saw a Synchro monster and I just didn't want to I did not want to deal with Jet Synchron coming back and then doing it again and then coming back. So I was being a little lazy. I should have just been, you know, waiting patiently. But it looked like he was running out of plays because he needed to banish for all of his summons. So he used this. He got his level 2. Just instantly tears with the overroot this thing. And I reset the Recycler. Maybe I could have reset Link Rebone. But I thought this would be nice because I could go into area. I could go into like Labrynth regardless. I don't need to. It didn't matter what monster he had on the field as long as it was face down. So, and then we still have Trap Trick too. So it's pretty good. All right. So I'm sorry, I missed that entire play. I looked at my phone for 1 second. I don't know what happened. I think Compulse. Oh yeah, so this is another good play that you can do, the Labrynth deck. And Compulse is a really good card, honestly. So we were in draw phase. I drew Ariana, okay? Ariana activated effects. He effect veilered me. I compulsed my Ariana back to my hand, so the effect veiler fizzled, and then once it fizzled, Ariana's effect added this field spell, and destroyed a card in the hand because the monster left the field by normal trap. So now he has one less card, and what did he ash again? Didn't matter because I still have all the cards that he was trying to. Oh, I thought that I activated Labrynth, and it was about to resummon Ariana. I was like, wait, what? No, never mind. No, I just set down. Oh, and I was about to reset another trap, so there was nothing for him to do. I was gonna reset Dogmatica probably. I mean, good game, I guess. I don't even remember that. That was crazy fast. All right. This is like that frog deck. Some back row hate, not much. I always look at it like that. It's bad. Is that bad? I always look at it like how much back row hate is there. If there's a lot, then it's probably not good for me. Alright. Going to the next one. Okie dokie. Skill Drain, we already have it. Tears of the Overroot, we already have it. And Lovely is a terrible card to have in the hand. This is incredible. Okay, okay. Alright. So this is bad. I have Skill Drain already, so I don't want that. Tears of the Overroot, maybe. But Eradicator is a useless card, so I'm just gonna grab Skill Drain, and I was just praying. I was just praying that they would be scared enough of Skill Drain to let it win me the game, because I have 2 bricks right now. And I was playing around Harpies by just keeping this other one. There's no point in setting 2 anyways, so. He left because he didn't have back row hate. Skill Drain, like I said, is a win condition. I mean, if you get Skill Drain, it's just sometimes it's easy. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. He was looking for this. I don't know why he wouldn't just play it out, bro. Just play it out. What? Oh, they're low damage. I get it though. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. That's tough. Okay. I want this to be shorter than the last game. Alright. Oh, this is an annoying game. I remember it. Alright. I think one more game, or 2 more after this one. 1 more after this, or 2. This is like a stun deck. This is a good game, though. I think that it was honestly a free game after I got my engine running. Okay, he goes first. Got Moon, whatever. This sets, so he pretty much just set 2. And he summoned a card that said you cannot special summon. And this card says that any monster that this card attacks this card will be stronger. So no matter what, he'll always win the battle. And you can't special summon. But I'm a trap deck, so that doesn't really matter to me. Like, neither of those things matter to me. And I think he's just trying to be, like, I hate when people do this with floodgates. There can only be one can clear a board if you use it as a board clear. You can't use it as, like, how are you using it to just do nothing? I didn't even summon. Like, at least read my card. It doesn't even summon. Anyways, maybe he did it because he thinks that because they're both rocks, but it's for you. Like, only one monster for one person. I don't know. So he tries to go into the attack phase, right? I mean, I'm just gonna Tears of this, activate Lord, and then Lord will search my lovelies, right? But he's got Solemn Judgment, so we play through Solemn Judgment. They fine, negate us. That's all good, brother. We drew Skill Drain, which is a really nice card for us right now. So as soon as he summons this, I Torrential because he won't have any monsters, and it's like, all right, that was pretty free, but. Once again, he's got Solemn. So I just call Skill Drain, and Skill Drain makes it so that neither player can summon is no longer active. So I can summon Lord, and I didn't really need to summon Lord, but Lord was good because he wait, why didn't Lord set? Yeah, Lord set me Dogmatica, because next turn I'm planning on I think I was planning on getting something. I don't remember what. Oh yeah, because I have a Rivalry of the Warlords, and then Dogmatica will clear this card, and then if he has another, I was pretty much waiting until my engine came. Like, it was a top deck situation, because he has 0. Like, look at how many cards he has. Look at his HP. All I need to do is just top deck. As soon as I top deck like a monster or something, it's over. So I go ahead and I destroy this, and I call whatever that card is, Evenly Match, which is a great card to not have. And that's kind of what you get for running. I'm getting called. That's kind of what you get for running There Can Only Be One, and also Lightning Storm, or Evenly Matched. You can't really use it unless, well, I mean, you can use it, but you have to wait like a whole turn, so you have to be patient a little bit. Anyways, I drew a monster, which is great because Tears of the Overroot can activate whenever I want on There Can Only Be One. He draws Card of Demise and Harpies me. So there's Harpies for you guys. He Harpied my Skill Drain and my Rivalry, but at this point there's nothing for him to do. I have the terrors still. Terrors resets evenly matched, and whatever card he set is gone. So I have an extrav, and there goes his lightning storm because my guy didn't realize that evenly matched lightning storm are really only that good when you're losing. And if you have a card on the field, it usually means you're not losing. So, are you put floodgates inside of a board clear deck? Anyways, GG. Alright, one last game. This is against a Mathematech deck. So my rank up game was against a Mathematech deck. No board clears, no back row hate, but the Mathematech engine is just brazy, so it was pretty. I mean, I don't remember even what happened, to be honest. So it was probably pretty good. Maybe not. Okay, his hand's mid, but it's playable. I keep drawing into Lovely, and it's like, you guys don't understand. This card really does nothing in your hand. So, me beating these people with only 3 cards on the field is like, it's not easy. We'll see. I mean, I don't even remember how this happens. Maybe he bricked too. I don't know how I beat a math mech. I want to see this. I personally don't know how I did it. Okay. So I'm guessing I know why I would do this. I did this because I didn't want him to get his first off, I didn't want him to like search off with his level 4s, because these two will start their level 4 play. And second off, this card gets banished because it was summoned by the effect that says if you summon blah blah blah, it banishes card. So I rivalried because I just needed a card to pop for Lord. Lord comes on the field with 3,000 damage, and that'll set a pot of extravagance for next turn. So I'm hoping to get a draw 2, or a draw 3, sorry. So I get a draw 1, go into my main 2, I get a draw 2, and I get another Lord. I don't know why he scoops off of that, but honestly, it was scoopable. I have another Lord, I activate Lord, set Compulse, set Solemn. Next turn, when I don't even need to really do anything, but if I wanted to, I could summon my other Lord, and then I can go into some sort of play like with my extra deck if I wanted to, or maybe I could even compulse my Lord on the field and start my engine, start my lovely engine. So different plays, a lot of different routes. It was a lot of fun to get to Diamond with this deck. I hope you guys enjoy. That was the deck list. That was the deck games. That was everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. One more time, look at the deck. And then, yeah. Extra deck is less useful, but I don't think I went even over it. So, yeah. You guys can look at it. I'm going to post this on the MetaDuel Weekly. And then, yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll help you out. GG's, though. Finally got the diamond. Woo-woo! Alright, adios.